What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. So we're starting to see the Wagner Group boss Prigozhin. He's servicing again, and he's left Belarus. He's back in Russia. And well, take a look here at this. Wagner's Prigozhin is in Russia, the Belarus leader says, despite Putin's deal to end the mutiny. He was supposed to go to Belarus and stay there in exile. And he's back in Russia now. And remember, he was supposed to go to Belarus with his thousands of troops from the Wagner Group. Remember, he mutinied against Putin and had a coup attempt there. And well, the Belarus president says, well, he's left and he's now gone to Moscow, gone to Russia here. So this is particularly interesting. And here's what's also interesting is that he has left a message on his official Telegram channel that is calling for support. We could be seeing this happen again. So this is very interesting because he's basically a Russian elite that's kind of an anti-Putin. We have Putin and Medvedev, who's the former Russian president. Think of them as two different sides. Okay, we have Putin and Medvedev, who they kind of have the same rhetoric. Okay, they basically say the same type of things. If Putin were to be assassinated or something like that, and if Medvedev were to step in, it would be the same status quo. Okay, you wouldn't really see any change there in the war or in Russia's motives or anything. But if Prigozhin were to step in, we could see a completely different type of Russia. Okay, remember Prigozhin recently said here that he didn't think that Ukraine posed a threat to Russia here at all, and that their motives for starting the war was basically just Putin wanted to steal Ukraine. He just wanted the land. So it's interesting here that we're now seeing Prigozhin on the move here again. And in fact, Prigozhin, the Wagner Group boss, resurfaces with a new message here. Russian warlord reappears with first audio message on his official channel and said here he issued a voice message expressing thanks to supporters of his recent failed uprising. But honestly, who knows what will happen here? He still has this army saying, quote, I want you to understand that our, quote, march of justice was aimed at fighting traitors and mobilizing our society. He said in a 41-second voice message posted on Telegram. In the near future, I am sure that you will see our next victories at the front. Almost like he's looking for support. You guys can let me know what you guys think of that. That he posted this on his Telegram. Is he looking for support in against Putin? Against Putin. And you can see the headline here. A Ukraine spy master says, quote, Russia is on the edge of a civil war. So some people who thought that this was over, this might not be over. In fact, this could still be the beginnings of maybe a massive, massive coup attempt still brewing, saying here, the head of Ukraine's main intelligence directorate said that Russia is on the brink of civil war that could tear the country apart. Major General Kylo, maybe I should say Kylo Ren from Star Wars, came to the conclusion after his spy agency examined a secret internal study by Russia's Ministry of Internal Affairs This focused on levels of public support for the mutiny by the Wagner Group of mercenaries, which was a direct challenge to Russia's leader Vladimir Putin's authority. Last month, when Prigozhin's men seized military facilities in southern Russia on the Rostodon and marched on Moscow. He told a British newspaper, The Times, that the MVD had tracked attitudes to the mutiny using new generation spyware that monitors messaging apps as well as social media and regional media trends. They said that the MVD had assessed that on the days of the rebellion, Wagner found that Prigozhin had popular support in 17 of Russia's 46 regions and Putin in only 21. So Prigozhin had almost as much popularity for his coup attempt as the actual president of Russia. So backing for both men was almost equal. Very interesting. That's what we know. The Russian society is torn into two pieces. In his view, the data shows exactly what our service has been talking about, that the Russian Federation is on the edge of civil war, that there needs to be a small internal affair, and that the internal conflict will be intensified. Ukrainian intelligence found that the MVD study has shown that Putin could rely on the loyalty of Moscow, but not in his home city of St. Petersburg. The Russian president had the least support in the southern republic of Dagestan, where Prigozhin enjoyed 97% support. So basically, Putin has big support in some cities, but Prigozhin has bigger support in other cities, which would honestly make sense. The prospect of civil war in Russia or the country disintegrating in a post Putin world concerns world leaders, but is advocated as necessary by some opposition figures seeking to overthrow the Kremlin. Former famous chess player and founder of the Free Russia Forum, Garry Kasparov, told Newsweek in May that Putin's defeat in Ukraine would mean a collapse of his regime. And he added that Russia would end up smaller, like it would happen with the USSR, with territories such as Tatarstan, Bashkortostan, and Chechnya likely to leave the Federation. He added that while Eastern Europe will be cheering if Russia collapses and becomes a multi-state, chaotic, wild East, further west the situation changes, saying, quote, in America, I think this is the biggest concern. He said, because this could mean the rise of China at the expense of Russia. And honestly, I think if Russia does lose this war, the likelihood of Putin being overthrown could be pretty high. It depends on how the war ends or how long it drags out. Or I think that there's a good possibility that the war could end and Russia says they won the war because they achieved their objectives. Russia could theoretically say they achieved their objectives right now by, decimating the male population of Ukraine, which one could say they've already done. They're which is actually pretty sad to say that that something like this is an objective of another country to do something like this. I mean, think about all the lives that have been lost on both sides, which is absolutely just devastating to even think about something like this. It's just it's sad. It's really sad and destructive, and it's really just if you think about something like this in terms of just on a high level, broad overview. I mean, we're talking about what hundreds of thousands of lives lost, probably at this point. Um, yeah, it's sad. So let me know your thoughts here in the comments. I'll keep you up to date here with everything happening here in our country and around the world on a daily basis. Make sure to click the subscribe button down below and the bell icon so you don't miss out on any new videos that come out here on our YouTube channel every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for liking and sharing these videos. Click here to see my video of Is War with China Imminent? Or this video to see you have 10 days before this happens. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.